Can you go through the process of like how Interim came to life?
Yeah. Interim Coffee was something that in a way was forced. And to really give you the full understanding of that in a nutshell is that me and John, we were working for a roasting business down in San Diego. And this roasting company was owned by an investment group, which had about 40 businesses under that group. And basically what had happened is the owner of this investment group, Gina Champion-Cain, she got popped for a $450 million Ponzi scheme. So it was basically high interest loans, getting money from investors, quick returns. But she was using liquor licenses and applicants as the way to raise that money, right? So what she ended up really doing was she fabricated all these applicants and was taking the investment money and washing it through businesses and playing with this large amounts of money over about 12 years. I got hired for operation management. So I had access to the P&Ls for the coffee business and everything, and ran their wholesale department. There were things that kept happening where I had just seen stuff within the business that looked super fishy. Just money that was missing, that no line item, like no indication of what it was. When she got popped, this was about 2018. I come to work one morning and it was about 7 a.m. ish, and it was down off of Sports Arena where the main office was at. So I'm coming down Sports Arena and I get to this corner that kind of like you can't see the warehouse yet. As I'm turning this corner, I see it, like see all these vehicles everywhere, marked cars, and I just think, oh shit. And take another glance and FBI has this warehouse surrounded. And not guns drawn, but there's just at least 20 agents outside on every entrance point, just kind of standing around, but they had the place locked down. John simultaneously was already roasting inside, so I see his car, I give him a buzz, like, dude, what's going on? He's like, we're all good. However, yeah, Gina got popped, so come in and I'll tell you what happened. So he gives me the rundown. You have an FBI and SEC investigator there to come in and let us know within 20 days everyone's let go. No one's going to have a job. They're going to seize all of her assets, properties, all the business equipment, and sell that to recoup some of the investors' money, and money that obviously was owed to the government that they wanted. So knowing that, I acted really quick and scheduled a meeting again with the head investigator to make sure that I was legally able to take the book of business that we were already doing with the roasting company. They looked at me like, you don't have to sign anything. Like, because we're here for assets only, if you have somewhere else to roast that coffee, take it. I got everyone on board to switch over with us. I had another friend here in Oceanside that had a roaster where I was already doing side business. So we just moved everything over there pretty much overnight. This is where Interim comes in. We had a few corporate accounts we were roasting for. And so, we're getting to the end of the year. They're asking for tax ID, business information. They want to set up ACH payments. So they need our bank account numbers and all that. So one morning we're at John's house and we're like, dude, we got to come up with a name. We got to get this. So we get the EIN number and everything set up. And we're going back and forth, and both of us have all these ideas because we've been in coffee for so long. John's roommate comes in the kitchen and he's listening to us go back and forth, right? And he seems somewhat irritated because he just gotten up, he just wanted to eat, and we're being too loud and all that. So he goes, you guys are just overthinking this. Just call it Interim Coffee. And myself and John were just kind of like, call it what? He goes, Interim Coffee. And he sees this look on my face, like, I know what you're saying. I used this word couple times in my life, I think. Right? And he's looking at me like, Interim Coffee. It's the time in between. You guys are in between jobs. Just call it Interim Coffee. So we laughed. I thought it was funny. Jump on GoDaddy. Sure enough, every domain's available. So we go purchase what we need, and then we just steamrolled it. And we're like, cool, yeah, Interim Coffee. And we did for the longest time think it was just gonna be a name we were gonna ditch. But then as that lady, Gina Champion-Cain, as her story developed, it was like, gee, we can't ditch this name. It's so good because we're attached to a $450 million Ponzi scheme and story, you know, might as well keep it. So yeah, that's the background on the name.